People are slowly pushing back on wokeness, but there's plenty more work to be done. Exhibit A is this easily triggered snowflake, who's single-handedly setting humanity back with her cringeworthy behavior.
Or until she tells me I can get up. Can I get up? Crackle. Focus. Please don't do that. She is a working service dog. Distracting a service dog is a class 2 misdemeanor in this state. Focus. Yeah, well, she's currently working, and distracting her is a class 2 misdemeanor. Focus. Focus. Good. Oh, I hate advocating.
Listen, when I meet a stranger, I'm not going to come out to that stranger, nor do I expect that stranger to get my pronouns correct, okay? But when a stranger looks at me and goes, hey, ma'am, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go, oh, yeah, me, sorry. And they have no idea why I just did that, but I'm not a ma'am, I'm not a lady, I'm not a girl, I'm not she, her, that's not who I am. I don't expect a stranger to get my pronouns right, but don't be surprised when a stranger calls me ma'am if I do like a little, who are they talking to moment.
Want to know how to make a trans puppy happy? Give him a bunch of intramuscular injection supplies. Yay! Oh!
So you're dating a misandrist and you've transitioned in front of them and they are like part of the reason you're struggling to even identify as a man or a trans masculine. You're like, I'm, non-binary, but hey, I am complicated. I'm non-binary. I'm a woman. I'm also a man though. And I do look like this and I'm walking the world like this. And so this person during one of our fights was like, I don't see you as a man though. And I said, that's weird. Everybody else fucking does. And they were like, I was like, you maybe should look at me a little closer because what are you seeing? What are you seeing and why do you hate men so much that you can't even, you're generalizing about this huge group of people. You need to work on your shit with your dad or whoever is the problem because I'm not it. I am a separate person that you have a separate relationship with and you need to stop projecting onto me.
Trump is losing it. He just said he's in North Carolina. He's at a rally in Pennsylvania.
I don't know, somehow, would that be okay, North Carolina? I don't think so, right?
Did you see the videos of the spotty seats and not that many people in the crowd? People are walking out about an hour into it. You know where they're not walking out? The Harris Waltz rallies.
Years, 6 years. It took us 6 years to get our citizenship. I know some people need more time. I know some people don't ever get their citizenship, but we worked so hard for it. She worked so hard for it. I was just a kid. We came here because she wanted a better life for us. She wanted a better education for us. She wanted for us to have a better future. And now this is all gonna be taken away because of him. Because of that stupid. Oh my god. Stupid felon!
Okay, I had to cut that short so I could hold my composure. We should not be throwing around words like criminal, felon, when you and your entire family are criminals because you illegally invaded our country. Okay? Maybe you and your family should have came over here through the ports of entry, like other migrants who migrated to America legally through the port of entry. I have no sympathy for you. I am patiently awaiting mass deportation. Don't feel bad about it at all. Thank you.
So obviously the election results are terrible. And America and Americans have clearly made a really bad decision. But the question is, what do we do now? And for me, and I hope for you as well, there's no point making ourselves feel worse. Like, it's not going to benefit anybody if we doom scroll and watch the news and constantly just spiral down into depression. So there's also a jackhammer. I'm in New York. So it might sound like a new age cliche, but we have to practice self-care. We have to eat well and exercise and spend time with people we love and help animals and do anything that keeps us sane and healthy.
I teach high school, and most days of the week I come to school in stilettos. I get to stand at about 6'6". And the reason why is so I can create an explicitly queer space for all of my students. That way they know that this place is a place for them, by them, and because I never had one of those growing up. So, yeah, bit of a beast.
Have you ever felt discriminated against during travel? I recently hosted 13 plus-size travelers in Thailand, and unfortunately during our trip, we were discriminated against. As a fat black woman that's traveled extensively through Southeast Asia and Thailand specifically, I was able to give my travelers the heads up that they were more than likely going to experience some fat phobia during our trip. What I wasn't expecting was that the company that we hired to give us a tour through Bangkok's floating market would be the source of the fat phobic comments. Bangkok's floating market is a historical and cultural site that I was super excited for my travelers to experience, which is one of the reasons why it was a highlight as I built the itinerary. My travelers were super excited to visit the floating market, but I could feel the mood shift as soon as we started to get on the boats. I make sure that all of the companies that I work with are aware that my clients and I are all plus-size travelers, so that hopefully that can minimize the shock and awe when we arrive. After the tour, I checked in with all of my clients, and unfortunately, one of them was called some disturbing names in English by one of the boat staff. In response, we declined to give a tip and contacted the management of that boat company. I've also decided not to bring my clients back to the floating market. What would you do if this happened to you? Let me know in the comments.
Here's a little hack to stop your parents from misgendering you this holiday season. So say you're at a family event and your parents misgender you in front of everyone. Simply release all the piss and shit in your body onto the floor. Start pissing on the floor. Start shitting on the floor. And when your family's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Just go, "My parents never taught me how to piss or shit in the toilet, so I have to piss and shit on the carpet. And all the carpet's covered in piss. And all the couches are covered in shit. And I can't have roommates because they say I'm too stinky to live with because my parents never taught me how to piss or shit in the toilet." Your parents will think it's far more embarrassing to have a child that can't shit or piss in the toilet than one that's transgender. Happy holidays!
I am quite obviously a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I am a transgender individual. I reside in the state of Oregon. I'm not one to normally lose my composure over politics, but this last election has made me angry, scared, horrified. When I woke up yesterday morning and saw the electoral vote difference, and I knew instantly who was the 47th President of the United States. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly felt like analyzing myself, but I'm not going to, because I can't let the Republicans win. I'm not gonna be a statistic for them. I spent the last 36 hours, roughly, trying to keep my emotions in check, trying to keep my mental state stable. Yeah, it's been hard. It's been downright impossible. And usually when I go out, I'm sorry. I'm so exhausted. But I am also a Therian as well as a furry. And I don't know if I've heard fake news, misinformation, or whatever, but from research I have done, I have heard that there have been rumors that Trump plans on making hunting season for the ultra-human community, Therians, otherkins, fictionkins, furries, all of them. And it is not easy to make me tear up or express a lot of emotion right now. Or hardly ever. And I'm so overwhelmed by the emotions I have. I keep thinking to myself that it's going to get better when I know the next 4 years will be a continuous threat to not only my safety but to my life.